Hello and welcome to Expanding Your Life and Money and Finances with Entities. Thank you, Amy, for another brilliant idea. We are on, and how much can we create and change today? I can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, but I rather talk some and then have some kind of conversation with you as well, so we can actually address things that might be unclear to you. Hi, Sylvia. Unclear to you, or maybe you have some questions, or maybe this is an area of your life where you struggle, or maybe you're just not sure, or maybe it's just too confusing, or you maybe don't want to go there, don't want to look there. I'm inviting you today to really look at the areas of life that you normally wouldn't look at, and look at the places that maybe are slowing you down or stopping you or limiting you in one way or another. Because we all have those areas. Like if you say, no, I don't, I'm good, then you're lying. It's just you're lying. We all have the areas where we are either struggling or we are not thriving. And even if your life is good, even if you are happy, even if your body is healthy, like, oh, you're truly thriving in every area of your life. And this is the target of today, to unlock and open some doors to possibilities to create that in your life. I'm not promising some miraculous effect that you tomorrow wake up and your life is miraculous in any way and you thrive in any way. Bye. But things will start changing. And the more awarenesses you get about what is, and the more you're willing to look at what is, the more your life can change. And this is what I've noticed. And some people just need some time to open up to certain things. And they just don't hear until they hear it. Or they don't want to look until they want to look. And they're totally willing to look and see. And once you actually make this choice of seeing what is, everything can change with total ease. Maybe some things that you've been scared of to even address or even look at, that became such energetic monsters in your life, can be very easily changeable, because you kind of just willing to look at this and examine it and maybe ask the question, is this even mine? And then you realize, oh my gosh, this is not even mine. I've been functioning and living by it my whole life, and it's not even mine. And you change it, you clear it, you return it to sender, and things can change very easily. So all the pod and pocking will be doing to clear those paths, clear those roads that are maybe now blocked and have all kinds of obstacles on it, and boulders and fallen trees and trash, and you don't even know that there's huge road behind it. And underneath that. So pod and pocking clears this path and this road, so you can actually see that you have a choice. And actually there's usually more than one choice, because every time you ask a question, you will open up possibilities. And this is the law of creation and rule of creation. Every time you ask a question, you create possibilities. Every time you choose one of these possibilities, you can ask more questions and more possibilities will show up, and you always have a choice. And every time you actively create your life, you have this amazing contribution from everything around you. And this is what I would love to focus on today: receiving contribution from everything and everyone around you. Because we work so hard, and we go to classes and we use the tools, and there's always areas where you still kind of it's just not changing. I still don't have money. I still don't do this. I still don't. And guess what? The clearer you get, whether with, through the bars, receiving bars and doing clearings, the clearer you get, the faster you create. And I'm not sure if you guys are aware of that every time you say, I'm not sure if it's going to work, you already created it in your future as not working. Every time you say, well, what if this will just blow up and I will fail because last time I tried, it also wasn't a success. You already created this blowing up and you failing in your future. Like, what would it take for you to have total clarity with what you're saying, how you're saying it, what you're thinking, how you're thinking it. Is it full like question and curiosity and wonder about creation, excitement, joy? Or is this kind of worry and buying into other people's realities? And every time you look at this, all the possible scenarios. Okay, now what if this happens? And what if this happens? What if this happens? What if this isn't? Oh, this could happen too. And you create these possible scenarios. You're actually like confusing your creation. It's like this whole entanglement of possible creations and futures. That's why when you look at your life, it's usually something good happens and then something bad happens. Of course, it's quote unquote, it's all a judgment, right? But it's like something that looks awesome and then something, it just doesn't work, and something is great and somebody does something, gifts you something or says something and you're all happy, and then somebody says that you're not happy about. Like, have you noticed the polarity in your life? It's kind of like this roller coaster of your life. Like things go well, but then somewhere in the back of your head you're worrying that, if this is too well, it's too good to be true, or are you waiting for the other shoe to drop? So everywhere you've been creating your life as this constant roller coaster of joy and unhappy, of right and wrong, good and bad, of exciting and totally unexciting. Will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POC, all nine shirts, boys and beyond. So what would it take for you to follow the lightness and trust the lightness, trust your knowing, and always go where you know you can go? You know what's possible, because every one of you knows what is possible for you, for your life, for your future, for your creations, for your family life, for your body, for your finances. We all know, yet we buy so much and so hard into this reality that we let it kind of suck us dry from this generative, beautiful, expansive energy of what is and what could be and what could we create. So everywhere you've done that, every time you go one step forward, one step back, one step forward, one step back, let's destroy and uncreate it, please. Right, wrong, with that, POC, all nine shirts, boys and beyonds. Do you even see the possibility that your life would be ease, joy, and glory? The silly words that you may be repeating every day. All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. Do you even see it, perceive it, and know that it's actually a viable possibility? Or not so much? Silence in ethers. A little bit, yeah, más o menos. Okay, so what is it that we say those things, but somewhere deep inside, we don't even believe that this is real? And if something magical happens or shows up, where do we go? Oh, I was lucky. Oh, I had a lucky break. Oh, I don't know, just happened. Oh my God, just had this happened. Do you ever acknowledge and claim and own that you are the master creator behind all of this? Whether it's wonderful and amazing and expansive or not so much. Like, you are the creator. You are the muscle behind it. You are the source. So how much you are discounting you in all of your creations? Everything that brings up, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POC, all nine shirts, boys and beyonds. And what would you have to be and do different today to change all of this right away? Anything that doesn't allow that, let's destroy and uncreate it, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POC, all nine shirts, boys and beyonds. What would you have to demand of yourself and request of universe so your life would really, 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 really change? And it's really as easy as asking for change without any point of view how this change should show up and look like, and what exactly should it be. And how often did you try those different techniques and visualization and affirmations when they tell you you have to exactly know what you want. You have to exactly figure out what kind of car do you want to drive, exactly what kind of house do you want to have with exact furnitures and everything. I tried it hundreds of times and I was always so very frustrated because I never knew what exactly do I want. I could perceive the energy, I could perceive the light and the space and maybe trees around, but give me details. No, I know I like so many different styles. I like so many beautiful spaces. So like, what is it that we try to be in according to this reality that truly, really doesn't work for us? Because we're humanoids. We change all the time. We change our mind all the time. We don't know what we like. Do you like everything? Are you one of those people that just likes everything? And you have hard time when they tell you, what is your favorite movie? Oh my God, I love like gazillion of them, right? But there's people that like actually have one favorite. We don't have one favorite. And even if we do, tomorrow it will not be favorite anymore because we see something else. We're like, ooh, shiny bright objects. Oh, this and this and this and this. So will you just claim and acknowledge that you're different? And no matter how hard you try, you cannot fit into this reality. It just won't work. And the more you try, the more you shrink wrap yourself and staple yourself and make yourself this big to fit into this reality, you're still not going to fit. You're a round peg in a square hole or square peg in a round hole. You're never going to fit. So please acknowledge that. You're just different. It's not a wrongness. It's a gift. Look at the dog listening. Vanessa. So everything that brings up for you, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Oh my gosh, guys. Right and wrong, good and bad, one poke, all night, shoots, boys and beyonds. So how often do you make yourself wrong for being different? Like once a day or more? Like nonstop?
So, a lot of times.
A lot of times, yes. Sometimes. Okay, good, Terry. Sometimes, good girl. So everything that brings up for all of you, let's destroy and uncreate it, please. Right, wrong, that book, all night, shoots, boys and beyonds. And what would it take for you to take pride in being different? To really wear it with just, oh yeah, I'm so cool, I'm so different, without being obnoxious. Some people do that because they hide something, you know what I'm talking about. But just acknowledge and know that you're just different, and it's cool. It's all great. What can you create from your greatness? What can you create from what you know? What life can you create? How many people can you inspire from what you know? What questions to ask, and let them come up with what they know. Okay, so anything doesn't allow that. Let's just try and create it, please. Right, wrong, good, all night, shoots, boys and beyond. So I know it seems like I'm talking about different things, random things, but I'm actually pulling it out of your universe. What do I have to talk about before we even begin to jump into expanding your life with your life and finances with entities? Because when you don't see all those places where you destroy your life rather than create your life, it's really hard to create. As I said, it would be like one step forward, one step back. So another great question to ask is, let's say you have a choice, you can do something, you can go somewhere, and ask, if I choose this, will it create my future or will it destroy my future? And ask, because very often we actually choose based on maybe somebody else, we don't want to upset someone, or we bought into something we need to do, this is the way we have to do it and be it, and actually it's not creating our future, our life, it's destroying it, it's decaying it. So everywhere you've been decaying your life and destroying your life and destroying and decaying your future rather than create it, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all night, shots, boys and beyonds. And what would it take for you to trust you beyond the shadow of a doubt that you know? So the first, when you ask a question, the first awareness, the first little energy, it's what is, okay? Then we very quickly go in our head and start thinking about it. This is when we bastardize our perceiving, our infinite perceiving. This is when we turn it into some process. This is when we bastardize our knowing, and we start thinking about it, and then looking at the pros and cons and trying to fit it somehow within this reality. So always trust what you know that you know, and the more you doubt yourself, the less you actually will know. And the more you trust yourself and acknowledge that you knew something, the stronger your knowing will get. Okay, so how often you recognize after a while that you were just being aware. You were not going crazy. You were not just getting sick. You were not I don't know, getting upset or sad for no reason. You were just aware of someone. How often did you know that somebody will call you? Or some often somebody popped in your head and they called you right away, you know? So you picked up their thought or idea of calling you. You picked it before they even reached for the phone. So like acknowledge how quick you are, and just go with it. Okay. So truth, do you acknowledge less than 5% or more than 5% of what you know? Less or more?
A little more.
Little more. Okay.
But not enough.
Okay, not enough. Yeah. Can be 10% less or more. 20% less or more. Yeah. Get the number. For most people, it's actually less than 5%, unfortunately. Yeah. So when you acknowledge only this much of what you're creating, what you're being, only this much can show up in your life. And all this infinite possibilities, like another 950%, it's not even 95, it's not the linear math. It's just hidden, stays hidden from you. So what would it take for you to acknowledge 1000% of you, the greatness of you, the brilliance of you? And even if it feels like your life is still crap and you're still not really happy and things are still bumpy with your husband or your family, your body is still not doing too well, you totally broke. Like, what if you could just go into the space of possibilities and what you know, what's possible, rather, you know, what is right now that you don't like and that you judge? Because you want to see what is, but you want to have everything as just an interesting point of view. Yeah. If it's not an interesting point of view, you will either have to align and agree with it or resist and react, and you create polarity, and you're trapped and you're stuck and you can't change it when you're stuck in polarity. So everywhere you're stuck in a polarity of your reality, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And I think that anything that doesn't allow you to expand beyond the polarity of this reality, and anything doesn't allow you to be just an interesting point of view with everything, even with you, let's destroy and uncreate it, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Wow, that made me a little dizzy. Something is changing, right? All right. So how do you expand your life and your finances with entities? And that's why I started from receiving, because how well do you receive? Please look at that right now. Do you receive with total joy and gratitude? Or there's always some conditions, or you receive by like 5%? What do you get? You receive or not so much? Because receiving is also receiving the good, the bad, and the ugly, okay? Everything, including judgment, including stupid people, including things you don't like, including things you resist, including things you have total reaction to, okay? Because it's nice to receive a compliment or receive a rose or receive a free dinner or upgrade. That's a little bit easier, although many people have even trouble with that. But how well do you receive the judgment? So that's receiving as well, okay? So anything doesn't allow you to receive the good, the bad, and the ugly with total ease, joy, and glory for all eternity, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Whew. Right and wrong, good and bad, one buck, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And what will your life be like 5 years from now if you choose to receive more and greater and better right now? And what will your life be like if you don't 5 years from now? Can you perceive the difference? Yeah, don't waste any more days of not receiving, guys. Because if you cannot receive a compliment, if you cannot receive a free coffee or free meal or upgrades or a judgment, how can you receive from every molecule in the universe? And what if every molecule in the universe really desires to contribute to you, really has your back? And you're walking around thinking that you don't deserve, or you're not good enough, or you're wrong. Is this receiving? Not so much, because you don't even receive you. If you don't even receive the greatness of you, how can you receive from the whole universe and entities? So everything that brings up, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Ooh, that's not very light and fluffy, is it? Right and wrong, good and bad, fun, pocket, nice shots, boys and beyonds. Woohoo! You guys. Okay, do you have any questions before we move to more into entities? Do you have any questions about what I said while I have my tea? Nothing? No. Yeah, question, Vanessa.
Okay. Hi. I have a question about the receiving, like the judgment, the uncomfortable, the not so great, the uglies, the things I want to align and or like resist and react to.
Yeah.
Like what does that look like? That's just this kind of being neutral, like just not having the reaction. But what if that reaction is like in my body? Like I feel that reaction in my body. It's like, how do I become an interesting point of view with that?
Yeah, that is a really good question, because it's not easy. I'm not saying it easy, especially if you receive the judgment from somebody you care about and supposedly cares about you, because those people have the capacity to hurt us the most, right? If just like some idiot on the street says something to you, like, idiot. But if your husband says it, or your sister or your mom or your dad says it, it really hurts. So how can we be an interesting point of view when our whole body is just like going into the reaction? And what it is, it's literally the reaction you're talking about is the wall coming up. It's the barrier that we're coming up. That's coming up that we built over the years. And we have this automatic pilot of the barrier up when somebody's judging us. So that closes off the receiving, right? So the moment you have the barrier up, everything just bounces off this barrier, which fuels even more the argument or the judgment. If you lower the barriers, and it's so hard sometimes, but you have to force these barriers down, push them down, force them down if you have to, and expand. It will be so much easier. And chant in your head, interesting point of view, you have this point of view. Ooh, it says my internet connection is unstable. I wonder why. Do you hear me, guys? Is it coming through? Yeah? Okay. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view that he's hurting me. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view that she has a point. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view that she is mean. Interesting point of view, because when somebody is mean, you have to resist that too, right? When somebody is vicious and somebody is judging you, you have to resist that. So interesting point of view, I have this point of view that I have to resist her. You can like make up interesting point of view, I have this point of view, that I have the point of view about this point of view. Like you can play with this, but it really is something changes with this interesting point of view tool that after a while it becomes easier and you almost like at peace when somebody judges you. It's almost like it's like you detach from this reaction, from this chain reaction, words, and you react and your body goes into the freeze. And also you pot and poke all the resistance and reaction and alignment and agreement that you locked into your body throughout all the lifetimes, dimensions, and realities. Revoke, recant, resent, reclaim, renounce, train, and create, right? But what shots, boys and beyonds. Because that's not our first lifetime when we react to things, right? That's now our not first lifetime when we don't like when people are mean to us and say things. And it's just something we have to work on. It's doable, it's possible. And if you're a caring being, and we all care, we all want everybody to be happy and see the goodness in everyone. Unfortunately, this is what hurts us the most, because the person we care about or love, if they're being mean, then it just doesn't feel good. And we have to get over it. And we have to know that we are bigger than that. And this is just this reality. Nothing is real. It's just this reality is bullshit that we buy into. And it's someone's bullshit that we try not to buy into, that we resist and react, but they bought it into. So all the bullshit we've been resisting and reacting, aligning, agreeing with from this reality, past, present, future, let's destroy and uncreate it, please. Ow. Right and wrong, good and bad, one block, all nine shoots, boys and beyonds. Do you hear me well? Terry said that I've been cutting in and out. Could you hear?
Going in and out.
Really? It's so funny because my internet shows the full range and I don't have anything else running in the background. So I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what it is. I hope the
It's not that bad. It's only every little second. Not too much.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I have no idea what to do with it. All right. So let's talk about entities, shall we? So how many of you are aware of entities? Yes. How many of you are very, very, very acutely aware of entities and you don't really know what to do with all this awareness? Yeah. Yes. And how much is this making your life uncomfortable or miserable, or is the entities are anxious? I love it. Yeah. Entities are anxious. Yeah. Some of them. Like if you are aware of people around you and their bodies and their moods, include now probably 100 times more entities without bodies around you. So you're not only aware of people with bodies, you're also aware of entities, because they do carry on the drama from this lifetime. It's not like somebody dies and become this pure angel of light, being of light. It just doesn't happen this way. They usually carry with them whoever and whatever they were here. So if they were an angry person, they're going to be an angry entity. If they were, stressed, depressed person, they're going to be stressed and depressed entity. If they were a happy, sweet, caring person, they're going to be happy, sweet, caring entity. Not much really changes. There's not some magic process that occurs and people become enlightened the moment they die, unfortunately. And people that did work on themselves and did play with consciousness, at least play with consciousness on this planet, they have way easier time to transition. But most people are not. And if you happen to live in Florida, and some of you are from Florida, you are surrounded by many old dead people. And maybe they had some fun before they died, and they moved to Florida after all to have some fun and some sun. But many of them were still stuck in the sickness and the suffering and the inevitability of of their death. And there was always some worry and some fear running in the background. So how aware are you of that? Everything that brings up will you destroy and create it, please. Right and wrong, good and bad and POC, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So there are as well a beautiful beings of light that are always there to contribute to you. We also have a team. Each one of us has a team that we have with us always that is there to contribute to us. People call them the guardian angels or the guides, but in Talk to the Entities, we call them a team, because with an infinite being need a guidance or protection or being guarded, right? So it's kind of, there's a little bit of disempowerment attached to those names. So when you look at these beings, they're always with you as a team. It's more like, okay, we can co-create something together. They can assist me. They can contribute to me. And they can actually, assist me in creating my life in a very easy and light and expanded way. So I'm not sure where to go now. If I go into entities or beings of light.
So Gosia?
Yeah.
So can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You're freezing a small bit, I think.
Mm.
So you're talking, say you're talking about the entities in Florida, and you're saying like a lot of them, may have died and they were old and they were cranky, and that energy is still hanging around. So there may be a lot of energy of fear of dying around, floating around Florida.
Yeah.
So when you say, then you talk about how you can use entities to create more ease for you and ease for your life, and how entities can expand your life. Can you explain to me how you would use that energy here in Florida, the old energy, the cranky, tired, fearful, anxiety energy, to create ease for you?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. This is a great question because, okay, we would have to ask more questions. Like, do we want, I'm going to mute you because there was some noise. So can they really contribute to us? Or, and also if you're not in Florida, look at, your area, look at all the people in your area. Truth, can they contribute to me? Can they contribute to expanding my life? I'm getting a big no. Because when they're stuck themselves and when they're, most of them don't even know that they died. They're still like in this haze in between. And they're still under the influence of drugs or, when they were dying in hospice, they were pumped full of morphine. So they're still kind of hazy under influence of drugs, and they don't even know that they transitioned already. And many people, when they're dying, they're already not in the body for days. They kind of in and out or out completely. So when the body dies, they're just confused. Okay, so can this unconscious people really contribute to us, or we would have to clear them first, or give them some awareness of the fact that they're dead or that they have a choice. So we would have to do that. Okay, so let's tap into all the entities around you that gathered up. Oh, I wonder if they were influencing my internet, because my internet is really good and shouldn't be.
I was wondering that. I was really thinking that's entities.
Yes, and I keep forgetting that they actually have the capacity to mess it up. So you guys stand back, because they filled up my house. So stand back. Okay, so all the entities that are around us. Truth, do you know that you don't have a body and you died? All right, you can go now. Whoa, you can go now, you can go now, you can go now. And next layer, it's entities that need a little bit of clearing, which is giving them awareness that they do have a choice and they can be somebody else and somewhere else, and they can have another job. So, truth, all of you guys, and you can repeat after me or it's just going to work everywhere. Truth, who are you? Truth, who are you all before that? 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 Truth, who will you be in the future? Truth, what is your job? Truth, what were your jobs before that? 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 Truth, what will your jobs be in the future? And some of them will respond to what are you? Truth, what are you? Truth, what were you before that? Truth, what were you before that? Truth, what were you all 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 before that? Truth, what will you be all in the future? And now take all your magnetic imprinting and baggage with you and go now. Thank you very much for everything you've done here. You can go now, you can go now. You are free to go now. Any change? Did you perceive anything different around you? Yeah. Yeah, you could have
Yeah, it changed. But it's funny when you start, like when I came on this call, all of a sudden I got tired. All of a sudden, and even halfway through, I felt like, oh my God, that knockout energy, like I could just lie down and be like, but I guess that's the energy that's clearing. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is exactly, thank you, Amy. This is one of the indications that you might have a lot of entities around you. You literally just get so tired, overwhelmingly tired. You just like want to go to sleep and you can't. I used to be tired all the time, like in the afternoon, just get this wave of tiredness. I was like, oh, time for my coffee, because I don't drink coffee in the morning. I drank it in the afternoon because I thought it's my time for coffee. And then I learned those tools And I went to talk to the entities classes, like, oh my gosh, this is somehow the time when they come to me, and they just start. And it was this overwhelming wave on tiredness. I could literally lay on the floor or on the sofa and fall asleep. But, of course not. I can't take a nap during the day because I have to go. I would never allow that. So I just needed a coffee and I kept going. So once I started addressing that and dealing with that and clearing entities around me when they do this, I don't get tired, like very seldom. And every time I do get tired, it's entities. Like my body doesn't even, it has to be really exhausted. Like, I don't know, 30 hours of traveling and facilitating 3 classes in a row to be really tired. But it's usually entities. So like, how much are you aware of all of that and you don't acknowledge it? Because once you acknowledge, it's like, oh, it's entities. Okay, guys, I know you're here. Step back, not now, later. Or, okay, let's clear you now. You have to deal with them somehow. When the kid, your child, if you have a child, or your nephew wants something from you, what do can I have it, please? Or can I have it? And then you ignore the child, what the child will do. Can I have it? Can I have it? And they will like tag you on the sleeve, on the pants, right? Or your skirt. Can I have it? This is what entities do. Like, they're like, hi, we're here. And you nothing. Hey, we're here. And then they like press on you. Hey, we're here. Pay attention. Do something for us. And you're still clueless. Yeah, you're gonna be tired and exhausted. And I've heard so many funny stories from my hosts in Talk to the Entities classes, how often, like, Amy is one of the really acute ones where like she started being so much more aware around entities around her. Like, you can say it, Amy, it's amazing what you're saying, like how much things have changed since you like committed to hosting this class.
Yeah, like, I mean, well, I started to become way more aware in my sessions when I was working on other people and their bodies, of the entities coming in during the session, and entities coming to me first looking to be cleared, and I tell them to go get bodies and beings and bring them with money to me for sessions. So that definitely changed a lot and made it a lot easier for me in sessions. And I started to get a lot more download of information during sessions, of like maybe family members trying to pass messages on to the people I was working on. But it's funny you said about the tiredness thing, because I reached out to you during the week because I said, like, I've been sleeping all week. Had this tiredness, and I really knew it wasn't my it wasn't my body actually looking to sleep. It was like another energy. But it was like that, and I live in Florida, and it was like that energy when I wake up in the morning. It's like, I don't want to get out of bed.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with the world, and that's not me. Like, that's not my energy, Yeah. And it's like, wow, it's not that my body actually just needs to rest right now. It's really just like a giving up energy, like a dying energy.
Yeah.
Death. Yeah. So yeah, I guess what do I do in the morning? Do I actually ask the entities to step back and then go get bodies and bring them to the class?
Well, what you can say, because they're getting ready for the class, entities don't have a perception of time. So 100 years or like a week or minute, it's all the same to them. So they're literally waiting for the class. They know the class is happening. I have such activity before each class, and I tell them, class is not until Saturday morning. Come back Saturday morning. Come back Saturday. And when we start the class, it's literally millions. When we count, it's usually around 5 million entities in a class. So like, they know, and they want to be clear. They've been waiting maybe for centuries to be cleared, and also all these old people. So you can either tell them to come back, see if you can clear them, just run the clearing once or twice. You can say, hey, do you know, guys, you're dead? Or I know you're here, stand back. I cannot address you right now. Like, this is usually that helps. Like, I know you're here, hi. Like, if somebody's in your face, screaming in your face, and you're ignoring them, what you're going to do? You're going to say, yeah, I know you're here. Hi, I'm busy right now. You can just address them. They want to be addressed. They want to be acknowledged that they are there, because the whole world is ignoring them. And then they see this shining diamond out there who can perceive them. So of course they flock there, right? This is what happens with us. We're all aware, and they know that we are aware. So they've been trying to communicate probably your whole life. And maybe now is the time, or is it now the time, that you can actually step into these capacities? Because when you start working with entities, first of all, like Amy said, please bring me money. Bring me money. Get a body, bring me money. Get me money. When you clear them, you have to ask them, hey guys, everybody we cleared, They have to pay us. It's a paid service. They have to compensate us in one way or another. So it can be money, it can be energy, it can be gold, it can be jewels, it can be clothes, nice clothes that will just show up in your life. I don't know, somebody just gives you designer clothes because they gained too much weight or they lost too much weight and they can't wear them too much anymore. You can have free upgrades, on the planes, on the in the hotels. You can win things. You can get free tickets. Your friends like, oh my gosh, my boyfriend can't go. Do you want to go with me to some concert? Yeah, I'm just going to gift it to you. Like things like this will start showing up in your life. And please, each time something like this shows up, acknowledge it. Ask, is this from entities? Is this their payment? And you will get a yes. Like at the beginning, I wasn't willing to receive much. So I was very disappointed that I'm not getting money for all my services. But I then realized like, oh, I'm not willing to receive the money. It's like, it would blow my mind if I got money. So it either had to be just energy, more easy in my life, a parking spot, like in the closest possible place where like it's impossible to get it, or you just go somewhere where there's or always lines and always long wait, and somehow like everything just opens up and you go as first one to the I don't know, in the bank or somewhere. Like things like this will happen. Like people just make it easier for you, and you feel like you're being almost guided, but like this loving presence that just pushing you in the right direction to make your life easier, because that's also their payment. They make your life easier. Are you willing to receive easy in life? Anything doesn't allow that. Let's just try and create it, right? On the protocol nations, boys and beyonds. And if you have more ease in life, you can create more. You can be happier. You can make more money. Yes, Amy, you had a question?
Oh yeah, I was just going to ask, like, when you're clearing them, do you do it out loud, or can it be in your head, or does it matter?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
You can, if you say alone, you can say it loud, but you can just say it in your head. And always ask for compensation, but also ask for contribution when you perceive, like when we clear this entities, and we're many of them, right? So truth, do you have now entities? They're left. They're actually beings of light. They're currently more conscious than you. What do you perceive? Do you get a yes? Anybody gets a yes? Yeah. Yeah. So those are the beings. They're actually there for you. And you can ask them, like every time I do something, like anybody out there who is currently more conscious than me, who would like to contribute to me, I will receive your contribution. Can you contribute to me, please? And I literally ask that. And it's not like now I'm waiting and I need to look for the signs. It's not like, I know it's going to happen. I know it's going to be delivered one way or another. So don't head trip about that either, just ask and let it go. Ask, you send an email to the universe, it's gone. Now you know it's going to be listened to, read, and reply to you. Yeah? So like know that you will receive a contribution one way to another, and how much of it you will receive, it's up to you. Question? Someone had a question. No? Okay. Oh yeah, there's a question. I'm aware of beings of light, and I'm desiring to open up to my capacity commune with them as my teammates consciously and with total ease, but something keeps it shielding or something, or it won't allow for it or something. It could be entities or demons higher blocking me. Okay, so first of all, like teammates and beings of light, like from different places, could be different things. And so truth is something blocking them off, or you are blocking it off in some way. Could be maybe your lack of willingness to receive from them. Is this or something else? Or is this some old vows, commitments, fealties, communities, secret binding contracts, promises, swearings from all the lifetimes, dimensions, and realities that don't allow you to receive from them and play with them and include them into your life and in the creation of your life? So everything that brings up, let's destroy and uncreate, and revoke, recant, resent, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy and uncreate all of that. Right and wrong, good and bad, and book, all nine shoulds, boys and beyonds. So are there any demons that actually are interfering And that's a light. Yeah, that's light. You get it's light. Yeah. So so let's do some demon clearings, because those are demons are very tricky and sneaky and pesky, and they're brilliant as well. So you have to acknowledge their brilliance. They know exactly what you say to you, what to do to you, how to talk to you. So you always feel less than. You always feel like crap about yourself. You always judge yourself, and you never get conscious. This is their job, to make sure that we don't get conscious. And they know exactly what button to push to make you upset, to make you less you, to make you not be you. And they just know, and they're really, really good at it. So you have to recognize that, okay? So demon clearing is different than entities clearing. And demons and entities, all demons are entities, not all entities are demons. Entities is the main word, the umbrella word about energy that is defined, okay? So anything that you can define as energy, any energy that has some kind of definition will be an entity. And it doesn't have to be a dead person or an angel or being of light. It can be your car, your house, your business, your chair. Everything is an entity because it's being defined in one way or another. You're being an entity as well because you're defined. Yeah, I'm a woman, I'm a man, I'm white, I'm black, I'm this year old. This is all definition. And every time you put any definition in place, you are creating an entity. So that's why business will become an entity, right? It will become a name. It will get some energy. You have people working for it. And at some point, it's alive and it has its own energy space and consciousness. So demons as well. Most demons are created and have been created for centuries by the churches usually. And they were helping to control people. And they're very good at controlling people and very good at making people less than they are actually being. So, so demon clearing is return to from whence you came, never to return to me, my body, and this reality ever again. Return to from whence you came, never to return to me, my body, this reality ever again. Return to from whence you came, never to return to me, my body, and this reality ever again. Return to from whence you came, never to return to me, my body, this reality ever again. So you can say it sometimes 30 times, sometimes 100 times, sometimes you have to keep going for weeks or even months. If you have some kind of contracts with demons, if you have some unfinished business with demons, they might be actually after you to make sure that your life is miserable. So they do have a capacity. So Fiona, truth, is this the case for you or something else? Yeah. Yeah, so do you have some unfinished business with demons? Or do you have some contracts with demons from different lifetimes? You can unfinished, yeah, unfinished business, and it's coming from what I'm getting from some contracts, yeah. So all the unfinished business and contracts and everything that you did not deliver or the demons did not deliver, and you're still waiting for it to be delivered, and they're waiting for it to be delivered, whatever that is, let's destroy and uncreate. And revoke, recant, resent, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy and uncreate all the points of views, judgments, conclusions, computations, projections, expectations, separations, rejections from all the lifetimes, dimensions, and realities. Right, wrong, bad, protocol, my should, voice, and beyonds, revoke, recant, resent, reclaim, renounce, destroy and uncreate. Right, wrong, bad, protocol, my should, voice, and beyonds. Okay. How does it feel now? Better. So everywhere you love your demons and can't imagine leaving without your demons. Oh yeah, she's giggling. And you cannot live without your demons. Will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, what, I should, space, and beyonds. And everywhere they give you a false sense of power because they promised you, they told you that you're going to be powerful with us. Without us, you're nothing. We are giving give you power. They always deliver. They give you power, but the rest of your life is shit. That's the thing. They do deliver. They give you what you ask for. But it's really not, oh, keep me safe. Yeah. And that's super true, right? They're actually really good with that. Keep me safe. Yeah. Because so what do they have to perpetrate at you first? That you're not safe, right? Would an infinite being be never safe? Everything that brings up, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, with that, book, all nine shades, boys and beyonds. Would an infinite being ever be not safe? Everything that brings up, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, with that, book, all nine shades, boys and beyonds. What else did they tell you? What else did they promise you guys? What else did they whisper in your ears and do whisper in your ears on a daily basis? Loneliness, yeah. Oh, this is another good one. Yeah, and this is great. Thank you, Angela. So could an infinite being be ever lonely? That's one of these big, big, big lies perpetrated by this reality on us. Are you ever lonely? You're surrounded by all this energy, space, and consciousness. Even if you're alone in the forest, are you really lonely? Are you surrounded by these beautiful beings that live, the fairies, the trees, the land spirits, blades of grass, everything. Yes, everything that brings up, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, but all my shots, boys and beyonds. To help me to hide, Valeria writes. So hide from what? From what? Because if you show up, what will happen? Everybody. So if you show up, what will happen? What did you buy that you will show up? You freeze. That's interesting. Give me something else. So what will happen if you show up? That. If you show up in the world, you feel less? What do they tell you that if you show up, what will happen?
It's like showing up in certain places is like, or, oh, your English is not good enough, or feeling awkward, or feeling like, that's the freeze that I feel. It's like I don't feel enough for certain environments.
Okay, so is this yours?
Nope.
So return to center of consciousness attached. Right, wrong, even right, wrong with that connections, boys and beyond. Is this even demons, or is this like you aware of everybody? All the Latinos in America feel less.
I thought that was like some kind of entity or demon holding me back. Like I'm gonna do something and it's like, oh, you're not good enough. It's like something put it in my face, like holding me back. So that's why I thought that was my own demons, because I judge myself.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah, well, they do. They will keep you small if you judge yourself, because this is what feeds them, right? If you would choose joy and happiness,
Yes.
they would have no interest in you. Energy of kindness, of joy, happiness is the most disgusting energy for demons. They really have zero interest in you if you choose that. But it's so much better to mope around and be miserable and unhappy, right? It feels so good. Everything that brings up, let's destroy and create peace, right? Yes. Valeria, there is something that, like, if you really show up in the world, if you really step up, you're not a weak woman. You are not a pathetic, weak victim. You are one of the most powerful people
I know that. But then it's that when I go, it's like,
so what will happen? Go somewhere else. What will go into your insane mind? What will happen when you step up and show up?
I couldn't hear you. It froze from here.
Interesting, huh? Okay, so truth.
The image froze.
Wow, truth. Okay, entities, step back. All the demons, step back.
Yeah, I have a lot of thing here. It's like getting me hot. I mean, heat.
Yeah, so truth, what will happen if you really, truly show up and step up and the whole world can see you?
That's what I want.
Yeah, and truth. So look at the energy. You will create a different reality, or you will destroy the world where there's more energy?
I will create more.
Yeah? This is what your head is telling you. Where's the energy? Will you create or will you destroy?
It's like compressing.
Yeah.
The energy is compressing. It's sticky.
Yeah. So what do you guys get? I don't want to like impose anything. What do you guys get? What's going on?
I got destroy the world.
Yeah.
I got the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So always look into like more where the energy is, not what you would like to have with your head, because of course you want to create. So how many implanted and explanted points of views do you have? How many implanted and explanted demons do you have that keep telling you, and lifetimes and programs and virtual vibrational realities that tell you that if you step up and be powerful, you will destroy the world and you make everybody suffer and die. Whew.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So
no.
everything that is, yeah. Let's destroy and uncreate it, please.
Yes.
Good and bad, fun, pop, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyond.
My
Wow.
nose hurts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like a really nice way of manipulating us. If you step up, if you really show up, you will destroy. You did it many times in other lifetimes. You destroy.
Yeah.
When you're powerful. You destroy when you're powerful. You destroy when you're powerful. All the Shiki implants and explants underneath that. Let's destroy and uncreate it, please.
Yes.
With that, pot, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. And you can fire them now. They did a great job. They kept you small for a very long time. Whew.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right, from that all nine shots, boys and beyond. So we have more. Angela says, I'll be too much. Yeah, can you ever be too much? You're too much for this reality already, so why bother to worry about it? You're already too much, honey. Just keep getting bigger, bigger, greater, faster, until they can't even see you. They can't even see you. At some point, they won't even be able to see you. And for sure, they will not kill you. They might have killed you many times in another lifetimes for being too big, too much, too great, too powerful. But it's not happening no more, guys. And even if they do, what's the issue? Death is not real. You can find another body, even younger and sexier than now. So who cares? Everything that brings up to you, let's destroy and uncreate it, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, book, all nations, boys and beyond. All the points of views that you have about death and dying and everything that stops you from creating great in life. Because of this fear of death and dying, let's destroy and uncreate it, please. Whew, right, wrong, with bad, book, all nations, boys and beyonds. And Sylvia has that I can never change the darkness I'm aware of. I hear them say this. Oh, this is great. So is this a challenge? They forget they talk to humanoid woman, right? You can never do this. And you're like, watch me. Yes. Yeah. So like, are you going to believe them? Or are you going to believe what you know? Where are you going to go? You're going to go with what you know and what you're aware of? Or, hi guys, are you going to hide and believe them? And let them freeze you and limit you and be stuck in a hole? Kimmy, do you have a question? Oh no, it was not Kimmy. Somebody else is making a noise. Or maybe it was Kimmy. Somebody else have a question?
That's Sylvia.
I'm
just unmuted herself.
Sylvia. Okay, so how are you doing, Sylvia?
Hi. It's fun. I wrote that and then I was like, I don't feel the darkness that I wrote down. So yeah, no, I'm not going to let them. And I've been having a lot of the doubt come up where it's like, you'll never change your money. You'll never change this. And I realized I thought it was my awareness of others, but I didn't even realize that it was also that demon energy that's like, no, you know, so this is what I do now.
Exactly. And just smile and hop along. Change. So they exactly know what you say, where you judge yourself the most. This is what they will tell you. Okay. You can never change your money situation. You're always going to be sick. You're always going to be lonely. You're going to get ugly and old. You're going to everyone hears different things. And for some people, the beauty is important for some people. They like keep trying to change the money situation, and they keep hearing, you can't, you're too pathetic, you're too weak, you can't, but they forget we're humanoids. We're like, this is a challenge for us. Right? So everything that brings up, let's just try and create it, please. Right, wrong, but call night shirts, boys and beyonds. I have more. If I stuff up and the world sees me, they won't be in control anymore, and I'll change everything in my life. That was my awareness step, not stuff. I think I know what you're saying. Yeah, so what's stopping you, honey? Yeah, they can be in control. So what do you love about being controlled by demons? Whew, everything that is, will you be strong and created, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, purple, call, night shirts, boys and beyonds. What do you love about being controlled, period? Everything that is, will you destroy and create it, please? Right, wrong, bad, purple, all night shirts, boys and beyonds. And everywhere you don't feel in control of your life, will you destroy and create it, please? Right, wrong, bad, purple, all night shirts, boys and beyonds. So who is in control of your life? You or somebody else? What do you get, guys?
I get that I'm not in control of my life.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah. And can you really control anything? No, but you can control your life in means of you creating your life. That's being in control, right? You're not being the effect of, you're not being the victim. You are being in control of your life. So this is when you step up and start creating your life, and knowing that you're the master creator, that nothing can stop you. That's being in control. Nothing can stop you. Like when you're driving a car, you're being in control of your car, right? Being in control where you're going, where you're going to turn. It's the same with our life. You want to be in control of your life. But how often do we let others control us and limit us and stop us and make us go somewhere else where we want to go? So are you going to be the powerful driver of your beautiful, sexy car called your body? Anything doesn't allow that, let's try and create it, please. Right, wrong, with that, but Pakal Nashats, boys and beyond. So I have more. I have a question. I'm aware of demons all day long, almost no time to stop and send them from where they came. How to do with this? I know it's a capacity I have, but I don't know how to manage it. You just have to keep clearing, Angela. Like literally clear. It will dissipate. And also, I really highly recommend Shannon O'Hara has on talktotheentities.com. It's talktotheentities.com. It's a website. She has demon clearing loop, and it's absolutely brilliant. I think it's $50, but it's like 1 hour of clearing. And it's not only clearing like return to from whence you came, it's clearing all kinds of different circumstances of which, you could have had some deals with demons. Okay, she says, I have it running even now. Okay, so are they showing you something? Is there somewhere you're not stepping up, Angela? Because there's nothing that will make you step up more than a really powerful demon. They will kick your ass so much you will have to step up or die. So are they really pushing you to step up, actually? So what if it wasn't a wrongness, it was a strongness?
Gosia?
Yeah.
So, is it Angela who said that she didn't have the time to clear the entities?
Yeah.
So, just from my own experience, I get, that we're busy and, that sometimes we feel like this is a job we have to do, like, oh, I have to clear this thing now. But, I just run the demon clearing in my head when I'm aware that they're around me. It's not time consuming. It's not something that I have to stop. I can do it while I'm working. I can do it while I'm out in the shopping mall. I can do it while I'm in the restaurant. I can do it wherever I am. And it's really, I get that it's a choice. It's not time consuming if I don't make it time consuming, Yeah. But I do get where I do that myself. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I have to clear an entity now. Yeah. Whereas it only takes 2 seconds. You can do it in your head.
Right, I know, that's the thing. It really, truly, thank you, Amy, is the choice, because it's like you can do a deal with this now or deal with this later, but you have to deal with it somehow. And if you just don't buy into them, it's just a demon or just an entity. So you can just don't buy into this. This is not real. We have more. Okay, so let's see.
Can I have a note?
Yes.
This is Tunda. That we used to say that when you send away the demons, portal shut and portal shut, and I don't hear it lately. Has it changed?
So did you close the portal? Or something else?
I did, but maybe this person doesn't know the clearing statement like that.
So
I mean, I don't have a problem right now with demons.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Trying to suggest that it could be an open portal that she may just want to close.
Yes, because lately I don't hear it mentioned.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Thank you. So, okay. So, yeah, thank you. I didn't even look at that. So, Angela, is this a portal? Oh, I don't really get it. No, what I was getting, that's really, you need to step up, girl. Oof, I see, but I still resist this. You see, yeah, that's the thing. If we resist it, like what makes it really is just a choice, and nobody can make you make the choice. That's the thing. Like if we say, yeah, but I still can't. Okay, have more fun with not choosing, with being miserable until it's too unbearable and you have to choose something greater. Like literally nobody can make you, not even Gary, not even they, not even God. Nobody can make you do something if you don't want to do it. It really is just a matter of choice. And especially if you have many choices, like what are you going to choose? You can choose to not do it. You can choose to do it. You can choose to wait. You can choose to suffer. You can choose to be happy. It's all just a choice. It's not, we really don't have to suffer, guys. But there's more stuff I want to read. There have all these fun comments.
Just to let you know as well, you're gone over the hour.
Yes, exactly. I want to finish, but I don't want to ignore everything. So yes, thank you. I have a question. No, I just received an email from my boss saying that I'm getting a bonus. Wow, this stuff works quickly. Natalie, awesome. How does it get any better, right? All right. Terry says, I gotta run, bye. And what else? There was something, I feel a portal. I tried closing it though, but there seems to another. Yeah, if there are portals, you have to close them. You have to close the, bye guys. If you have to run. If you have a portal, you have to clear the enforcer and governor entities. They're like the guards on both sides of the portal. Clear them with normal clearing, and then portal close. Anything doesn't allow for portal to close, right? Wrong, left, nations, boys and beyond, portal close, and clear the entities around that. Okay, so thank you.
Just Crystal, I think Crystal had a question, just same around Angela.
Yeah, there's one clear with my clearing audio. Yeah, so Crystal, is it also one of those that you have to step up? Do you have to really choose something greater for yourself? Or they like messing with you, like you probably let people mess with you? Because if entities bother you, you probably are not stepping up also in your life. Nobody will mess with you if you don't allow it. It just don't. Who gets bullied? People that wear flashing neon sign, I'm pathetic, I'm weak, mess with me, kick me around. If you're showing up as the presence, potency, power, aggressive presence, nobody will fuck with you. Nobody ever. So it's not even about the clearing them. If you step up, they will lose interest in you. If you get happy, they will lose interest in you. If you're kind to yourself and joyful, they will absolutely lose interest in you. Now they're playing because it's fun for them, because they really can mess with you, let them. So what choice would you have to make? And what energy, space, and consciousness would you have to become in order for them to lose interest in you? Because you'll be too happy, too much fun, too joyful, too successful, too rich, too beautiful, too everything for them to have any interest in you. Anything doesn't allow that, let's just try and create it, please. Right, wrong, with bad, podpok, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Woo! Awesome. Thank you. All right. Any quickies? All right, guys, it's overtime. Thank you so much. What happens when they bother when you sleep? Yeah, it's when you don't deal with them during the day. When you have a lot of night activity, it means you didn't dealt with them at daytime, and at night you relax, it's quiet, your senses are relaxed and expanded, and they like, now it's the time, now we're gonna say hi, because maybe now she will hear us. Okay, so you have to give them time. Okay, come back tomorrow, 9 a.m. I'm gonna deal with you guys, or get up and clear them. Yeah, all right. Awesome, guys. Thank you. Get a lot of thank yous. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And we have a class coming up.
Do you want to just let people know where you are in the world now?
Yes. Thank you. See, that's me. Florida in 2 weeks. I'll be in Boca Raton doing Talk to the Entities Intro and a Whole New World. Then the next one is in Orange County here in May. I forgot the date, but I think it's 6th and 7th or 5th and 6th, whatever the weekend is in May. So it's going to be LA area, Orange County, San Diego area, Southern California. Then we have Winnipeg in Canada in beginning of first weekend of June. And Europe, Ireland in July. And I have a lot of classes lined up for the fall in Michigan and in Mexico City. And I'm going back to Edmonton as well. And there's something else that I cannot think of. But there are classes. You can find me, Gosia Lorenz, on Access website or gosialorenz.com on my website. There's a lot of fun information. And Facebook, find me, talk to Amy if you have a question about Florida class, and talk to Trudy. She was here, but she was hiding. If you want to come to Winnipeg class, and there are also classes in different places. So yeah, I highly recommend. Those classes are amazing. The changes I see in 2 days occurring in people's lives, or just off the chart amazing. So what else is possible? Yeah, Trudy's here, but she's hiding in her beautiful face. Her hiding, yes. I know you're there. All right, guys. Mwah. Doria, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm going to upload it, and it's going to be on YouTube. Share it with your friends. Have fun. Watch it again if you didn't hear something. And ask me anything. Find me. You know how to find me. All right?
Thanks,
Bye, guys. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Awesome idea. Bye. I'm stopping.